The woman, who had been dead for 7 days, suddenly grabbed her best friend's hair. Upon seeing this, her husband hurriedly separated the two of them. He checked his wife's breath and confirmed she was indeed no longer breathing, which finally gave him some peace of mind. He then explained that his wife couldn't bear to leave her best friend, so she had faked her death. He asked everyone not to panic and to continue eating. Unexpectedly, at that moment, tears began to fall from the wife's eyes in the coffin. The strange events all began the day before. The woman had simply wanted to make a cup of coffee, but when she pressed the switch, she accidentally got shocked by electricity. The current passed through her body, but she miraculously didn't die. Instead, she felt a painful numbness and couldn't move. Soon after, her husband returned home, found her lying on the floor, breathless, and he held her, crying in sorrow. The wife thought her husband loved her deeply, but in reality, it was quite the opposite. Soon, the best friend arrived after hearing the news. Seeing the woman lying motionless on the floor, the best friend was in utter disbelief. It wasn't until she confirmed the woman was truly breathless that she collapsed in sorrow. Unbeknownst to them, the woman was in a state of apparent death. Her body couldn't move, but her ears could still hear. She heard her husband and best friend crying for her. She thought to herself that, in a way, she had benefited from this accident. If it weren't for this, she wouldn't have known how much her husband and best friend loved her. She even planned to give them shares of her company once she woke up. However, at that moment, her daughter called the best friend mom, which puzzled the woman. Her daughter was born after 10 months of pregnancy, so how could she now be calling the best friend her mother? It was then that the woman learned a terrifying truth. The girl had been taken from her womb 2 months early by her best friend, so the two babies could be swapped. After her death, the best friend's child would inherit her wealth. No wonder, after she got pregnant, her best friend had disappeared for a whole year, and why her daughter, who was born full-term, had spent a month in an incubator. The best friend was also furious, blaming the woman for causing her daughter's stay in the incubator. The woman realized that everything had been part of a conspiracy between her husband and best friend. They had been secretly involved long before. The woman swore that once she woke up, she would make them pay. It was at this moment that she regretted her past decision. She shouldn't have ignored her mother's advice and married the man. It was her birthday that day, and her mother was coming to visit her. As she reached the doorstep, her mother saw the obituary for her daughter. She couldn't believe it. By then, the woman's funeral had already begun. Her husband and best friend were dreaming of their future fortune, thinking that when the woman's wealthy mother arrived, they would have the daughter call her grandma a few times, so they could inherit the fortune of the wealthiest family. In front of family and friends, the husband pretended to be deeply in love with his wife, and the best friend said she would treat the little girl as her own daughter. Upon hearing this, the woman was furious. She immediately grabbed the best friend's hair,